Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, before we get into our lesson, we're going to start off giving our praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah, Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, that great millstone that rule well. And our W salutation, Shalom, to the elect that's on the highways and byways in the ministry, uplifting the name of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. There's the brothers, the Akim, from the great millstone, Charlotte Camp, coming at you with another lesson. And once again, like I always say, our message is to you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, which are the true Hebrew Israelites according to the Bible, and the confused faces, that bloodline go back to the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. On your father's side, that also will make you an Israelite. Basically, man, we're going to get into some scriptures about enduring, man. Once, brothers in the truth, man, that they, when we know about it, when you hear about the word enduring, when the scripture talk about enduring, it means enduring all the suffering and the trials and tribulation and the hell that you catching here in America, or what you catching in the flesh, man. It could deal with anything. It could be, with your job, your bills, your family, your so-called friends, people out there in the world, or your girl, your children. But the Lord, the reason why we got to do all that suffering, man, because first of all, this captivity, and the Lord is punishing us for us going off and coming up against His law, statutes, and commandments. What we did in our past life. But when we come into the truth, we get the full understanding why we catching hell. So when we get the understanding of catching hell, the next thing we're gonna have to do is know how to endure, man. To endure the chastisement of the Lord, cause this ain't it for us, man. We praying, Lord willing, that we be the men of the Lord, and that hopefully elect the 144,000 that to be part of that kingdom when Yahweh shall come back and deliver us, man. So we're gonna go ahead and get into some scriptures.
This is the book of 2 Timothy, chapter 2, verse. I'm gonna start at verse 2. I'm gonna start at verse 1. Salaki. Therefore, my son, be strong in the grace that is in Hamashiach Yahweh Shai.
And the grace is talking about the truth, man. Getting this wisdom, knowledge, understanding of the scriptures, man. Knowing who you are, knowing the true name of the Lord, which His name is Yahweh, and His son name Yahweh Shai. Knowing that the Lord only chosen the nation of Israel, and He gonna raise up the elect, to give us the kingdom of heaven. And right after this place, what you call America, gonna be destroyed. Because America gonna be destroyed by thermonuclear fire. And it's up and coming World War III. And before that, man, you're gonna have, famine, pestilence, all type of, chaos that's gonna be breaking loose. The collapse of the dollar, which is gonna implement the RFID chip, which is the mark of the beast. And we're gonna have to endure all that, man. Because the times that we in now, where nothing ain't really taking place to a full effect, where these people out here gonna feel that when all hell break loose, and they gonna feel that time of, Jacob trouble. It really ain't even in full effect now, so we gotta endure right now, man. While we catching this hell now, cause when we get into the time of Jacob trouble, man, it's gonna be 10 times worse than what it is now, man. All the Lord is, preparing our spirit and our mind for the things to come, man. So we got to do it now, just to get to the time of Jacob trouble, and hoping that the Lord continue to be with us, so we can endure that, man. Ultimately, we can be saved, man. And that's what the grace is, man. When Yahweh Shai giving us this truth, and ultimately when He deliver us from the nuclear destruction, man, of America, man, praying that we part of that number, man, the elect, that He gonna come back and deliver.
Verse 2. And the things that thou hast heard of me among many witnesses, the same commit thou be faithful men, who shall be able to teach others also. Verse 3. Though therefore endure hardness as a good soldier of Yahweh Shai HaMashiach.
Kind of know, so you got to endure hardness as a good soldier, man. And one of that word soldier go back to solitary, man. Or being like a warrior, man. When you in like a type of military, you can't be weak, man. You're supposed to be a soldier known for battling, man. Fighting against difficult obstacles and being that mighty man, and basically having that braveness and that toughness, that confidence that he can get the job done, man. And we got to endure that, endure the hell that we catching. And if we go out here and teach, man, it shouldn't be a burden on you to go out here, not to want to go out there and teach the word or put up shows, man. You should be happy, man, because that part of the Lord's grace also, that he give us this spiritual understanding, that if we can go out and preach it amongst the world and tell the people what's about to take place here in America and throughout the whole world, man. And it should be, you should be amped to teach this word and put up the videos, because it's a good thing. It's a good thing unto us because, first of all, we're doing it to glorify Yahweh Shem Yahushua. And second, man, we're doing it for the Lord to have mercy upon us because we don't want to get caught up into the destruction that's going to take place here in America and throughout the earth, man.
I can just read a quick little precept. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5, verse 1.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, this is the Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5, verse 1. Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him, and made no account of his labors.
They say the righteous man shall stand in great boldness, meaning the men of the Lord going out there on the highways and byways, talking about the prophecies that taking place, man, warning the people and telling the people to take heed about the destruction of America, that the Lord Yahweh Shai is going to come back with the so-called UFOs, which are the chariots of Israel, to bring destruction also, but he only going to deliver 144,000 and the 1/3 of the nation of Israel, the elect. So we out there in boldness, man, not afraid, man, because we already know that. We know the true intentions of you so-called white people, man, you Edomites, man. We know that you are our enemy. Like majority of our people, man, 2/3 mainly, they got a little, they know that the Esau, the so-called white man, is the enemy, but they still got in their mind that they can forgive him and love him and still want to work with him in this, be hand in hand with him in this kingdom.
Or not all white people are wicked.
Yeah.
But they all came from Edom, man. That whole bloodline is wicked.
Because they don't understand the scriptures and they don't understand the spiritual understanding why the Lord made Esau the wicked and why the Lord rejected them and why the Lord set them up to be against us, man. So they don't want to, like come into the truth, but just because of that. But we know the true intentions of Esau, and it don't matter how much especially the elites, man. They don't care. They don't even care about their own people, man, let alone the nation of Israel, man. Their whole agenda is against the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, the nation of Israel, man. So we go out there with great boldness, knowing that they got a target on us, man. How they want to stop this, trying to stop this truth. They want to take us off the highways and byways, take on our videos and shut the internet down. We got this main thing that happened over the past couple of days about this YouTube shooting, man, when the Armenian woman went up there to the YouTube headquarters and so-called shot up a couple of people because they banned a video, man. That just, brothers, we see through that, man. We understand that that's a false flag, even if it's real or not, man. Even if the government set her up and make her do it, or it's just a false story, man. We understand the reason why they're doing that, man. Because they don't want YouTube, the YouTube headquarters, the people that work there, basically, man, it seems like they don't want them to be agitated by the people who put up videos. They said, we can ban this one woman video that she come up here and kill us and shooting up our people, man. How many other people out there that we ban their videos, they might do the same thing. So ultimately, they're just going to leave that, man. We can just shut down the whole YouTube, man, or have only certain videos to put up there. Then I heard that the video that she did, I just, heard that it was just about exercising, man. Like, she doing workouts on her YouTube page and just putting them up there, showing the people how different exercising and workout. And you gonna tell me they gonna ban something like that, man? There's nothing, we call it nothing graphic or nothing warning or nothing to a threat to Esau society and his plans, man. But she gonna just up and have a fit because they banned her exercise videos, so she gonna go out there and just shoot up the headquarters, man. They don't add up, man. Ultimately, it sounds like they're doing that so they can, cut the YouTube off. So mainly because the truth is getting out, how the Lord is exposing these so-called white people, man, these Edomites, man. And so So basically, so we know what Esau trying to do, man, but we stand out there in great boldness, man. And that also go with hand in hand enduring, man. Boldness and enduring. You know, enduring means hardness, man. You know, and when you got that boldness, you got that confidence, man. That also add, you know, strength to your endurance, man. That you add to your faith that you can overcome, and that Yahweh Shai is going to deliver you, man, and raise you up.
All right. Verse. I'm going to. I got a precept. 2 Timothy, chapter 2, verse 10. Therefore I endure all things for the elect's sake, that they may also obtain the salvation which is in Hamashiach Yahweh Shai with eternal glory.
Mm-hmm.
And basically, like Paul been saying, he endured for the elect's sake, for, you know, his brethren, man, his kinsmen that's really pushing the word of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, really, man, because he's not for the 2/3, but they already condemned, as the scriptures say. They got to come back. They have to come back on the next side. They have to die and have to come back through the elect loins. That's why he say, for the elect's sake, he endure all things. Because Paul know only the elect will obtain salvation the first go round. All Israel gonna be saved, but you have to understand, like, the elect is gonna be the first round of being saved. The 144,000 and the 1/3 of women and children and young men. And the 2/3, you know, they're not gonna make it on the first. So with that being said, they have to come back through the elect, you know.
You know, and we in that same mindset, man, because it ain't gonna change. You know, it ain't gonna change what Paul wrote, you know, 2,000 years ago, and what it been wrote from the beginning, how the Lord only gonna choose the elect, man. The Lord mean that, man. You know, even though he chose the nation of Israel as a whole to be his people, he's starting off with the elect. You know, because like his brother going into, man, you gonna have 2/3 of our people, man, don't want to get with this word, man. They want to stay in Christianity. They want to stay in, you know, Islam or Kemet, you know, Egyptology, Scientology, do it without will. Continue chasing the so-called white man money, which is daily just falling and falling, man. Ever since you know, the yen dollar, you know, took over, man. Ever since China put a yen as the number one currency, man, this economy is crashing more and more, man. You know, now you got Trump coming out saying, one time Trump, you know, with his prideness, man, saying he can win a war against China, man, in the trade war. Now recently, man, you got Trump having on a radio station, talking to the people on the radio, talking some, now we done lost the trade war. But I thought you said y'all were going to win it, man. That's really the pride of these devils, man. They don't know that Lord got them, you know, in the trick bag. And ever since before they kicked the yen off, Trump been talking all that, how they can beat China in a trade war. He should already know from the start, the majority of the stuff that America got come from China, man. It was now that the dollar, the yen dollar took effect, and the stock market crashing all, you know, throughout these whole, you know, couple of weeks. Now Trump come to the realization, talking about we done lost the trade war, but at the end of it, you're gonna be back at it. How you gonna lose when they say at the end of it, you're gonna come back strong, man? The Lord already said Babylon would have been here, it would have been here, but it's not, man. So forsake her, man. So that means that this place, you know, ain't gonna bounce back, man. Once this dollar finally crashed, man, they ain't gonna bounce back and keep going like how it did in 2008. Even when that time, 2008, the reason why America's dollar kept going in 2008, because the Chinese funded the American system in during that time, man.
And I just want to say, backing up what the brother been saying, because it was, you know, a nigga in the world, he been saying, like, how after Trump basically talk all that shit about winning the trade war and stuff like that, I don't know how true it was, you know, it came from a nigga, but he was saying, like, how Trump was trying to help China and trying to, like, help China with building up their debt or whatever, like basically, like, paying back China after all that shit basically Trump done talked about. But I don't believe in that, because for one, it's prophecy that, hey, it's basically prophecy what Trump doing, it's for the Lord's sake, man. It's for the Lord and for his people, the elect, man.
You know, Jake out there, they ain't really know what be going on. They just be talking, man, because they look at it in all actuality, man. Trump ain't, why he gonna help China when China don't even need their help, man. They dollars, they dollars that they put in the power, well, not power, well, it is power, but in their currency that they put in effect, going on a couple of weeks ago, man, back up by gold, man. So how can America dollar help China dollar out when America dollar ain't back up nothing with debt, man? They got all these nations in debt anyway, man. That's why they done dissed the America dollar, man, and put the yen dollar as the #1 currency because they back up by gold, man. So America can't help no China, man. The American the one that gonna need the help, man. Then you got all type of, things going on. The big things ultimately gonna lead to the downfall of America. Cause the whole thing is just about this whole petrodollar just set up to crash the dollar, ultimately to crash the whole system. Cause the leaks want to move forward with their new world order, man. They plan is not to have the yen dollar as a new currency, man. It's just a front to crash the America dollar, man. The whole thing that you want to do is promote and implement everybody in the world, mainly here in America and Europe, mainly all over, because the scriptures he calls all. So mainly they want to do is implement the RFID chip, man, the mark of the beast, and track everybody, and have control of everybody. Man, they're not worrying about the petrodollar of America or the yen dollar. All that just a front to crash the system, man, so they can come with their new currency, man.
I got a precept basically going in, backing up what the brother saying, man. We not ignorant of Satan's devices, man. Satan, like his counterpart, that's playing the role on the earth is Esau, because they pushing out the wickedness, and they're from that wicked bloodline. This is 2 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 11. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. And the we got to be talking about the elect, man. It got to. Because everybody else, they follow up any and every little thing that the government tell them, or just go along with the flow. And it's crazy because they got a fucking movie coming out, I think next month, called Upgrade. And that's basically going into a chip, basically that control your whole body, called STEM. And that going into, different things and stuff like that. Once you put that in you, it basically, you an unstoppable killing machine, man. And I already know that Esau, he gonna push it to make it seem like it's cool, it's a new thing. And knowing Jake, they'll eat that shit up, because Jake a bunch of followers, man, especially in wickedness. They not even knowing. They quick to follow the multitude of evil, man.
Cause that's why, because when they implement that mark of the beast, man, the RFID chip, just our Nate and the rest of these people, out here saying that the mark with a chip, they did nothing but a tracking device. And more than that, man, because that little chip, man, they're gonna tell you about you, let people know about their whereabouts, but they're also gonna have their medical records on it, their information of what school, what job, what you did in your past, jobs, and what you did in in the past, or what you're doing federal and all that. They're gonna have all that on that, man. And on top of that, Esau technology so advanced that the Lord gave them, man, through Satan, the technology that he got, man, they could use them chips, man, to control people, man. They show you throughout them different videos how they put the chips in the animals, and how they got a frequency that can turn up to make the people, make the animals do things unaware that they ain't aware of, man. Basically, they controlling them through their frequency, man. Cause you understand, your body, it's fire energy, and that chip, man, only for it to be run, it got to be run off by energy, man. That's what it got the frequency in it, man. So they're gonna try to, play like the Most High, tap into the people's mind and mind control the people, man. Cause they trying to be like the Most High, man. Not knowing that the Lord, he gonna give 2/3 and mainly 2/3 of these people, because he don't care about the heathens, up to that type of, torture that Esau gonna do on him, man. But the elect, man, he gonna shield them from that, and ultimately he gonna come back and put these devils down, man, for all the wickedness. And like the brother said, these devices that they trying to, come with, man. So the word device mean me going to the different plans and what they got planned on, and how they trap the people and keep the people blind and to follow them, man. Basically, how they always say obey and just do as thou will and follow us. Because the scriptures say that this new world order that Esau trying to do, man. He trying to conquer everybody, man. That and you get Habakkuk 2, I think it. That the spirit, now the scripture say the spirit like the wind, because we been going into endurance. But all this is endurance, because we got to do that, man, because the times that we coming into. But, I guess, we just be like, open forum and various topics, man, because, there's a lot of prophecy that going on that these average people out here don't see, man. They don't see the downfall of America, the martial law, the World War III, the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahshua raised up his man. So it's a lot to speak on these in the times that we in, man. So there should be no excuse about, what brothers can't speak on. Like, I don't got no excuse. I ain't got no type of topic to talk about, man. It's a lot, man. When you turn on your news, man, it's a video right there, man. When you saw in they newscast, you on YouTube looking at, your daily news, man, that's a video right there, man. So much stuff going on that the scripture pushing out, through the prophecy that's taking place. Habakkuk, I think it Habakkuk 2 and 5.
This is the book of Habakkuk, chapter 2, verse 5. Yea, also, because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man.
That wine that he transgressed, meaning it's different philosophies, man. But when you drink wine, man, you drinking it to feel good, man. Ultimately, you drink too much, man. You get drunk, man, and you unaware, man. You're unstable. You're all over the place, man. You basically you might get sick. You're passing out. So Lord comparing these philosophies that Esau coming with, to the people, man, as wine, man. Because ultimately, man, these people that seek Esau philosophy, man, it seems good to them, but then they get too much. They take in too much, and next thing you know, they drunk, man. They doing all type of wickedness that they normally don't do. Like all these other countries, man, they never used to follow the ways how America following. They always had their own so-called culture or standard that they did. But once America got to that top power seat and promote all this wickedness, like the diplomacy, politicians and through the media, and basically all these other countries wanted to be like America, man. And now these other countries, they wicked. They got homosexuality in their country. They women wearing pants and got McDonald's GMO food and
women having authority and just basically just following everything of America, man.
All these different religions. Now you got because the main thing that push all that religion is America, man. That's why amongst all the world now you got religion amongst all these people in China and Russia and Europe, India. All them looking at America as that top country or top nation to be like, man. But not knowing that, they following that ways of America is going to lead them to their death. Because ultimately, man, the Lord not dealing with America, because everything that America promotes is against the scriptures that Yahweh Bashem Yahweh got set up, man.
That's right. Continuing on. He is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire is hell, and is as death.
The Lord said, you need to keep it at home, and meaning that he can't stay home, because originally Esau, Edom, you so-called white people, man, y'all from Mount Seir, man, in the Middle East, man, right below Israel, man. Over there, usually with the area Saudi Arabia at, but y'all migrate out through the Caucasus Mountains, over there in Turkey and through, Russia, and to the point now that you're in Europe, during the time when you took the land from the Japhites, which are the Samoans, the Hawaiians. They're all the real Japhites, man. There are a lot of these people out here, these knuckleheads, thinking the so-called white man is Japhet, because they say he got to be Japhet because the Japhite people is usually the people who was the ruler of the land of Europe, not knowing the history that the so-called white man through Alexander the Greek, and basically the Greeks and the Romans and the Macedonians, when they conquered, they had battles with the sons of Japhet and pushed them out that land. That's how you got the sons of Japhet over there in Hawaii different parts of the island like Vietnam and the Philippines, Thailand.
Yeah,
They got pushed over there, man, by the so-called white man. Cause that so-called white man MO, man, to take over other people's land and push them out, man. He over here in America. Look what he did to the Native Americans, the Latinos, the Mexicans. How he conquered their land. Look how he doing over there in Africa, the land of Ham. Cause he don't have it. He can't get enough, man. He got everywhere he go, man. He got to bring death. That's what the scripture say. He enlarges his read it again. He enlarges his so I can word it right.
Neither keepeth at home who enlargeth his desire as hell.
And they say enlarges his desire as hell. I mean, he get a pleasure out going to these other countries, man. He desired bringing death and destruction to these other countries by bringing war against them, and ultimately conquering them and pushing his ways of life how they should be, man, to follow him, man. That's what he did. The land of Ham, Africans down there trying to kill them, man. Trying to take those so-called white people out down there because they fed up, man. That's what he done. He done took over Australia. Done took over different other parts of the islands over there, man. Cause that Esau blessing. When Isaac blessed Esau, man, he said he was gonna bless. He blessed him with the sword, and he was gonna have the fatness of the earth. And by his sword he shall live, man. That's why everywhere that's how you can prove that the so-called white man is Esau, man. Because the Esau blessing was the sword, and the way he was gonna rule is by conquering all these other nations through his military and weaponry. And that's how you know that the so-called white man is Esau. Because the only race of people that conquer all these other nations and living by their military is the so-called white man. Showing you that he the the riches that fit Edom and Esau and Edom, man. The sword, man. And so that's how Esau get down, man. He just like to conquer and destroy everything and push his wickedness.
Then, like you said, that's the spirit, because I was already on there. This is precept. This is the book of Genesis, chapter 27, verse 39. And this was basically occurring. Esau was talking to Isaac, his father, and he was trying to get a blessing after he sold his birthright unto Jacob, basically through prophecy. Because Esau was Cain. He slayed his brother Abel, man. He was that wicked, man. And Isaac, his father, answered and said unto him, Behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth, and the dew of heaven from above. And basically, it got to be talking about his satellites that's up there as well.
Cause talking about the dew from the heaven, talking about his rulership.
Oh, Salak.
Cause when the dew on the heaven from above, man, his blessing, man. But like when the dew, when they get on the ground, man, it bring forth the grass and the herbs and stuff. So basically, it's talking about the dew from heaven, meaning how he was gonna have a rulership, a good rulership, like I was saying, like a strong kingdom. Because Esau, you got to admit, Esau got this world through wickedness, but it's a blessing unto him, man. He living it up, man. So he rejoicing, man. That's why he usually had to do with heaven, so he gonna have a vast rulership, but at the end of it, he gonna be destroyed, man.
Verse 40. And by thy sword shall thou live, and serve thy brother. And it shall come to pass, when thou shalt have the dominion, that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck.
But time gonna come, that already happened in the time, because we had two so-called white people in slavery, man. During the dark ages, during the time of King David, and the judges and King Solomon, ruling. But the time the Lord said it was gonna become a time that y'all were gonna break the yoke off our neck, meaning that y'all were gonna be from under our hand. And ultimately what had happened, the Lord put us under y'all. But now the Lord is gonna come back and reverse it, man, and put y'all back with how the blessing was pretend to be, because the Lord chose Jacob over Esau, even though Esau was the firstborn that's supposed to get the blessing. But the Lord put the spirit on Esau to sow his birthright to Jacob, ultimately rejecting Esau, man. That would make Jacob to get the blessing, man. The Lord set it up that way. You going on Romans 9. What do you say on?
This is the book of Romans, chapter 9, verse 22.
What on 9?
Verse 9. For this is the word of promise. At this time will I come, and Sarah shall have a son. Verse 10. And not only this, but when Rebekah also have conceived by one, even by our father Isaac.
So basically, you're talking about, the bloodline, Abraham, Isaac, until Jacob and Esau. That's what they're going into.
Verse 11. For the children being not yet born, neither have done any good or evil, that the purpose of the Most High, according to election, might stand, not of works, but of him that calleth.
So basically, the Lord the one that chose Esau and Jacob, which one he was going to choose to be the wicked, and which one he was going to choose to be the righteous, man. And ultimately, which one he was going to deal with. And the Lord chose righteousness, meaning the seed of Jacob, that he was going to be the one that he was going to deal with in the election, because the elect going to come out of the nation of Israel, man, which are from the seed of Jacob, man. But Jacob is Israel. But Jacob, blessing that he got from the Lord, that the Lord changed his name from Jacob to Israel, man. That he was going to be the patriarchs of the 12 tribes of Israel, which are the Negro, Latino, Native Americans today, man. And Esau was going to be the patriarch of you so-called white people, which are the Edomites.
Verse 12. It was said unto her, the elder shall serve the younger. As it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated.
So that proved that the Lord hated, man. He said the elder shall serve the younger, meaning whoever came out first. The first one that been born, we're going to serve the one that came out second, man. And when you read the story in Genesis, the 25th chapter, it talks about how Esau was the firstborn, man, the elder, and Jacob came out after him, holding his heel, man, represent that the Lord was going to, you get that in the second Ezra, yeah. How the Lord was going to bring Esau Canaan down. Because Esau and Jacob, like I said, represent the two nations, man. That the Lord said he was going to be in the womb, man. Meaning, you so-called white people against the so-called blacks, Latinos, Native Americans. But that's who represent Esau and Jacob today. So the Lord said, he was going to bring Esau down, man, through Jacob, man. Because it's the Lord's purpose, man, not a works, man. Because it's the Lord's will, man. Because it's the Lord moving, man. The Lord controls everything. He chooses who he want to deal with. He chooses who part of the elect. He chooses who part of the 2/3. He chooses who the heathens. Because it's the Lord moving, man.
This is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 6, verse 8. And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born, of him Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau. Verse 9. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth.
In that end of the world, talking about the end of an age, man, end of a rulership, man. And that's what we living in now, man. But it's got to be the end of the world, man. Because first of all, Esau in power, man. The so-called white man is Esau, man. You can receive it through the spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh. And we are the children of Israel, man. Because it's got to be the last days, man. The end of the world, man. Because look at all the wickedness that's going on. I think the Lord going to continue to let all this wickedness go on, man. Let these heathens and let the so-called white man Esau promote all the transgressions against the Bible. Thinking that the Lord will continue to let his people wander in darkness and blindness forever, man. And he done set it up that he's going to choose the nation of Israel. So this proving that we're in the last days, man. And Esau is the end of the world. Because Esau's main powerful rulership, is America, man. With the Roman Empire, with NATO and all of them, the second rise of Rome, which represent the 10 toes and Daniel, man. So now we at the end of the statue, man, at the 10 toes, man. And the next thing that happened to the 10 toes, when the stone, great millstone, came out of the sky, it smashed the whole stone, man, the whole statue, and it kind of like the whole statue, represent our Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushua Canaan coming in, raising up the nation of Israel, man, taking over, man. It said Esau, Jacob is the beginning that follow. So our kingdom is next, man, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua.
That's right.
Go back to Romans 9:13. The spirit got it on Esau now.
Back in the book of Romans, chapter 9, verse 13, as it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated.
So the Lord he hate Esau, man, proving that the Lord don't love everybody, man. The Lord don't even love the rest of the heathens, man. The Lord said they ain't nothing, man. And he only choose Israel, man. And if I'm gonna grab that, I'm gonna grab a precept real quick, proving that the Lord only choose Israel. How many videos out here, man, these people should know by now. Hold on real quick. A lot of people, people then, it 2018 and people in the churches still thinking the Lord dealing with everybody, man. But now that we got a lot of these people in the churches now that in Christianity, man, they bugging out now and they trying to come against the Israelite movement because they're pulling down all them lies that they done been taught, man. Proving it, and we coming out with the scripture, the same Bible they believe in that they never read, or if they do read, don't have no understanding. But now the Israelites coming out, starting with great millstone, breaking down the scriptures the right way. Now they bugging out, man, because the whole time you got Jake. They've been in the churches for 10, 15, 20 years, basically all their life. And they finally hear the truth about how the scripture ought to be broke down. They can't take it, man. Because they all, the whole time, man, they thought, first of all, they thought the Lord was the so-called white man. Go back to Cesare Borgia, thinking that the Lord loved everybody. And when they find out the Lord don't love everybody, he only dealing with the nation of Israel, they reject that. And the sad thing about it, the vexing thing about it, that you telling that they the nation of Israel, but they don't want that, man. They better, before they go into the kingdom, they want the Lord to accept everybody.
Include mainly Esau.
Yeah, mainly Esau.
That's what they mainly fight for.
Because they still fighting, thinking that the Lord is a so-called white man, man. But the Lord ain't dealing with everybody. He only dealing with the nation of Israel. This is a quick precept. This is Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 6. For thou art a holy people unto the Lord thy power. The Lord thy power hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself above all people that are upon the face of the earth. So the Lord only chose the nation of Israel, man, to be his only people, the chosen people upon all the people on the earth, man, out of all nations, man. You can go back and just bring out that quick precept.
Back in Romans chapter 9, verse 14. When shall we say then, is there unrighteousness with the Most High? The Most High forbid.
So the Lord said, Lord forbid, ain't no unrighteousness with Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. So basically saying, Lord, do whatever you want, man. The Lord said a false balance is an abomination, man. So, you got to have good, just like you got evil, man. You got hot, cold, slow, fast, that up, down. Because now the Lord set it up, man. Matter of fact, you get that scripture in, I think in Ecclesiastes 33. We talking about how the Lord do his thing, man. It ain't about what people think.
33 what verse?
Can you get 33 and 11?
This is Ecclesiasticus, or the book of Sirach, chapter 33, verse 11. in much knowledge the Lord Yahweh has divided them, and made their ways diverse. Verse 12. Some of them have he blessed and exalted, and some of them have he sanctified and set near himself.
Kind of that talking about the nation of Israel, man. The Lord the Lord's going to choose the nation of Israel to be that nation that he's going to exalt and set near himself, man.
So we as chosen people. Them he, and some of them have he sanctified and set near himself, but some of them have he cursed and brought low and turned out of their places.
That's going to the Esau, man. Because the Lord set up you so-called white people that to be their curse, man. That's why everything y'all do, man, y'all bring death and destroy it, man. And ultimately, that curse talking about you been rejected. Because the Lord is not dealing with the nation of Edom, man. He against them. And that curse also represents that leprosy that y'all walk around with, man, proving that y'all the wicked, man.
I want to get a precept. So, we find no repentance in Hebrews.
Yeah, keep reading that first. We'll get
that. Verse 13, Ecclesiasticus chapter 33, verse 13. As the clay is in the potter's hand to fashion it at his pleasure, so man is in the hand of him that made him, to render to them as liketh him best.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 14. Good is set against evil, and life against death. So is the godly against the sinner, and the sinner against the godly. Verse 15. So look upon all the works of the Most High Yahweh, and there are two and two, one against another.
So the Lord, he set it up, man. He set one up against another. I'm going into, man. Got the good versus evil. You're gonna have Jacob represent the good, and Esau represent the evil, and the rest of these heathen nations also represent the evil. It ain't damn sure ain't the good. Yahweh only chose Jacob, Charlotte, Israel, to be the good, the righteous, man. So the Lord got everything set up against each other, man, that which make a perfect balance, man. Now you can get that scripture now.
This is the book of Romans. Salakia. This is the book of Hebrews, chapter 12, verse 16. Lest there be any fornicator or profane person as Esau, who for one morsel of meat sold his birthright. Verse 17. For ye know how that afterward, when he would have inherited the blessings, he was rejected, for he found no place of repentance, though he sought it carefully with tears. And basically, man, ain't no repentance for Esau, man. For the nation of Edom, no matter, he cried. He was crying that he had found no repentance, basically. The Lord don't care. He still didn't have mercy upon Esau, because it wasn't meant for Esau to have mercy.
Go back, like I said, to how the Lord said in Ecclesiastes 33, and they say he make the potter hand.
Yeah,
Basically, he take the clay. A potter take a clay, and he do whatever. He got a bunch of clay. He can do whatever he want to it, man. He can take a vessel, make a clay into a vase and put flowers in it, or he can take that same clay, another part of the clay, and make a toilet out of it, man. That was Esau. Esau the toilet, and Jacob like the vessel, the vase that hold the flowers, man. That's how the Lord look at it, man. That he can control everything, man. Basically, he control everything. He do what he want, man.
Yeah. It's a precept on that. Continuing on in Romans the 9th chapter. Romans chapter 9 verse 15. For he said For he saith to Moses, I will have mercy on whom I will have mercy, and I will have compassion on whom I will have compassion. So at the end of the day, man, the Lord don't care about what his creation said, man. He created, everything. So, like I say, he will have mercy on who he will have mercy on, compassion who he will have compassion on, man. And the nation of Israel, mainly the elect, but the whole nation, man, like, he still have mercy. He still have compassion for them, because for one, he got the elect to get this truth, to preach and to push that word, to bring in other elect that's really out there sighing and crying for all this, like the abomination be done in the midst thereof, man. And that go back to Ezekiel, I believe the 9th chapter, verse 4.
Say it again.
Ezekiel 9, verse 4.
We've been going into. I'm in looking.
Basically, about. I'm gonna do.
But something like we've been trying to make your point.
Basically, he was like the Lord. He have mercy on whom we have mercy upon. Even like Israel, the elect mainly, they the one that's sighing and crying, because of the abomination that be done in the midst thereof. I was just saying that because hopefully, because at the end, all Israel gonna have that mercy. But for 2/3, they're not gonna receive mercy right now because they're not taking advantage of the grace period. They're not taking advantage of taking heed unto the word of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah, and not listening to the prophets, not paying attention to the signs, just basically living it up in the world.
Found out down Jake out there gonna be destroyed, man, because they want to follow Esau. They want to down continue on going on in their world, in this world. We're talking about in the midst. Yeah, they're going into it. You can bring that out.
All right. Precept. This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 9, verse 4. And the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem. And, Jerusalem is a people before it's a place. Just to put that out there. And set a mark upon their foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof.
And that mark talking about is in the Hebrew meaning tawab, meaning for judgment, man. Mainly that's going into the elect. That same mark that's written in Revelation, I believe the 7th chapter. Is it the second? What chapter it is? It's like it escaped my mind right now when the Lord says He's gonna put the name in their forehead. Basically that's what the mark is, man. This wisdom, knowledge, understanding. Mark of being the elect, man. Mark of being exempt. And the way that you're gonna be part of the elect, man, first you're gonna have to know the name of the Lord, His Son name, what the Lord requires in the scriptures, man. Going out there doing the work of the Lord, believing on the Lord, having faith, But that's the thing that's gonna save us, man. Having faith, but you do your worst to show your faith, man.
Revelation 14:1.
14:1, that is, yeah.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 14, verse 1. And I looked, and lo, a lamb stood on the mount of Zion, and with him 144,000, having his father's name written in their foreheads.
Kind of going back into the Father's name, which is Yahweh, man. Not God or Most High Christ blessed. It's Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, man, the Paleo Hebrew, man. And that's the name that gonna deliver us, man, because that's the only power, man. And it's, he said the elect gonna have that name, man. So we praying that when we got that name, and we praying we part of that number. That's why we pray to the Lord, man. Because that was like in Ezekiel 9, they say those are the ones that gonna be sighing and crying, man. That for the abomination in the midst that be doing it in the midst of what's going on in America and throughout the world, man. But the ones that don't have that mark, they're gonna have that other mark, meaning be destroyed, man. Basically be marked for death, man. We're gonna click on that Ezekiel 9.
Alright. Ezekiel chapter 9, verse 5. And to the others, which is the 2/3, he said in my hearing, go ye after him through the city and smite. Let not your eye spare, neither have ye pity. Verse 6. Slay utterly old and young, both maids and little children and women, but come not near any man upon whom is the mark, and begin at my sanctuary. Then they begin at the ancient men which were before the house.
The ancient men represent the leaders, man, the ones that supposed to know better, man. Because the leaders supposed to be the ones that, you know, they're supposed to steer the women and the young men and the children in the right way, man. So the Lord, if you got a bunch of wicked leaders, man, the people gonna be wicked because they following them leaders, man. Now the Lord said start at the ancient, the ancient men, the ones who supposed to know the truth, or the jakes, 2/3 jakes that so-called saying they men of the Lord, or they all in these false religion and stuff, leading our people astray. So the Lord gonna start off with them, man, the ones who they are against the gospel, man, against the Holy Scriptures. You get that now, you know, bitch, we just going all over the place. Get on Zechariah 13.
About 2/3.
Yeah.
This is the book of Zechariah, chapter 13, verse 8. And it shall come to pass that in all the land, saith the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die, but the 3rd shall be left therein. Verse 9. And I will bring the 3rd part through the fire, and will refine them as silver is refined, and will try them as gold is tried. They shall call on my name, and I will hear them. I will say, it is my people, and they shall say, the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai is my power.
Come. So that proving right there, the Lord, you know, only going to deal with the elect, man. He said he's going to bring them 1/3, which the 144,000, and the rest of the nation of Israel that make up the 1/3, the great multitude. You know, they're the only ones that the Lord going to deliver of the nation of Israel. But he said the 2 parts therein represent the 2/3, and they're going to be cut off and die, man. So he already said that Lord going to destroy 2/3 of his people, man. In this time, man, because the same people in the past life through reincarnation, man, that rejected Moses, came against, King David, came against did a wickedness during the time of Israel, coming against the 12 and Yahweh Shai, coming against, eternity, doing all their wickedness. Now it's the time that the Lord gonna pay them back for what they done, man. This time, man, because this is gonna be the last go around, man. The whole majority of our people now is doing all this wickedness, man, because they did it back then. I'm gonna get that scripture. This is I'm trying to look for that scripture when they say so the Lord, like I say, he only dealing with the elect, man. He ain't dealing with the whole nation of Israel, man. The majority of the nation of Israel is wicked as all hell, man. They don't care about the Lord, man, or his words, man. They just they thinking the Lord is a white man. Think the Lord accept everything. How the Lord gonna accept abominations when he already got it set up that he against them, man? So you people out there talking about you can be a homosexual and still think you can praise the Lord, or you can do all type of wickedness and think you're gonna get off scot-free, man. The Lord said that the sinner's gonna die, man. I'm gonna get this is Jeremiah, let me see,
Death and the famine.
yeah.
Con, I got it right here.
Go ahead.
All right, con. This is the book of Jeremiah. I'm going to start at verse 1. Then said the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua unto me, though Moses and Samuel stood before me, yet my mind could not be toward this people. Cast them out of my sight, and let them go forth. Verse 2. And it shall come to pass, if they say unto thee, whither shall we go forth? Then thou shalt tell them, thus saith the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, such as are for death to death, and such as are for the sword to the sword, and such as are for the famine to the famine, and such as are for the captivity to the captivity.
So that was taking place now, man. Ever since the time of Jeremiah, man, our people were going from famine to famine, the sword meaning destruction to destruction, sword to sword, and captivity to captivity, man. We've been under all heathen nations' hand, man, and they, being in captivity under them, man. So now the time that the Lord gonna free us from that captivity, but 2/3 don't want to be free, man. They want to continue to trust in Egypt, man, which is America, man. Thought it was, you know what scripture that is?
Like wolves.
Yeah.
It,
I know it in Jeremiah.
Jeremiah, I think 20 something.
I think it's like 20, 23, I think.
No, that scattered the sheep.
But that was basically our people trusted him, man. They think this is it, man. They don't think that the Lord is gonna come back. They think America will keep going on forever. They put their trust in they funds and stuff, not knowing that America dollar about to crash. They thinking that they can see their kids grow up, have a happily ever life forever. But the Lord is about to come and bring a bunch of mourning and suffering, man. This book full of, this book full of salvation, but also more of anything full of destruction, suffering, limitation, mourning. That was about to take place, man, right before the salvation comes. Yeah, funny. But that why people matter of fact get that Micah I think 2 and 10 when they say rise and depart. Yeah.
This is the book of Micah, chapter 2, verse 10. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. It shall destroy you, even with a sword destruction.
So, the Lord shall rise and depart, for this ain't our rest, man. Our land is the land of Israel, man. That's what we're going back to, man. Once the Lord redeemed the elect and destroy those gutter rats, man, those fake Jews, the Amalekites out of that land during World War III, man. Because we're going to inhabit our land again, because America is not our rest, man. It's the Lord say this place going to destroy us, man. And that's what America had done to the Negro, Latino, and Native Americans. Just by that, man, by calling us those bywords, man. Not recognize us as the children of Israel, because the elites, they know that we're the children of Israel, man. They got our records. They got all the artifacts and the historical facts. How we the children of Israel, man. They know the prophecies. They don't understand that they can change them. They know that we the people over here in America that are the Israelites, man. They look how they continue destroying us, man. With the drugs, the food, the media. Got our people thinking that the only way you can be successful if you be a thug or a rapper or a ball player, or a successful person here in America, man. Not telling them that that the Lord, you know, they ain't gonna tell them, cause they telling that they got also telling that they the devil, man. You know, but they ain't gonna tell our people that, cause they want our people to be asleep, man. Thinking that since if we don't know our power, that the Lord ain't gonna come back and deliver us. But the Lord Yahweh Charlotte only looking for the elect, man. And that's what they're afraid of. That's why they moving quick, man.
It was in the book of Isaiah, chapter 31.
It is.
Salakia on that too, man. Kind. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 31, verse 1. Woe to them that go down to Egypt for help, and stay on horses and trust in chariots.
That going to Egypt is another name for America, another code name for America, because Egypt back then was known for bondage for the Negro, Latino, Native Americans, the Israelites, man. So America is known as bondage also because we in captivity in America, man. Look at all the history about the American history, how the Negro, Latino, Native Americans in their captivity under the so-called white man that represent the Egyptians today, man. You know, so the Lord said, woe to them that go down to Egypt for help, meaning destruction to them. Why? Because this place going to fall, man. The Lord going to destroy America, man. Don't trust in this place, man. And they say stay on horses down, meaning they power, man. Trusting in their power, you know, their chariots, their military, trusting in their fancy cars, you know, their lifestyle, thinking everything going to be good, man. The Lord is not dealing with America, man. So the people out there that hear this message, man, they're looking at the videos, man, and you swerving back and forth, not knowing what to do, man. You got to hurry up and pray that the Lord and open up your mind, man. And not ultimately, you know, if you ain't getting an understanding like that, you're going to be, you know, left behind and be destroyed, man, be part of that 2/3, man. But the time we coming into, man, the Lord he ain't playing around no more. He about to make his word come to pass, man. You know, so, you know, brothers that in the truth also, it's time for us to step up and do better and fight more and be more of man of the Lord, you know, a brother, to do the best that we can, man. Because we at the time that the Lord is about to make Yahweh Shai make his second coming, and destruction is coming, man. You can look at these days, man, and see at the times and the days getting shorter and shorter, and the time speeding up quicker and quicker, man. Every week, man, like we at camp again and again. But the time gonna come, man, we ain't gonna be out there to camp no more, man. There ain't gonna be no more, you know, just talking, man. Lord, the second phase is gonna be in action, man. And the Lord say, action speak. I mean, you know, it's a word it's a saying in the world saying, actions speak louder than words, man. So the time comes, we ain't gonna be out there speaking no more. The second phase is gonna be action that the Lord gonna bring these prophecies to pass, man.
Continuing on, because they are many, and in horsemen, because they are very strong. Gotta be their military.
Their military. Mm-hmm.
But they look not unto the Holy One of Israel, neither seek the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Exclamation point.
God, our people don't seek the Lord, man. Only the elect gonna seek Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, man.
Precept, what you been saying, basically, that action gonna take place, because right now we speaking, we fishing. And this is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 16, verse 16. Alright. Behold, I will send for many fishers, saith the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, and they shall fish them. And after will I send for many hunters, and they shall hunt them from every mountain and from every hill and out of the holes of the rocks.
So right now the Lord comparing his men to the fishers, man. What we doing, we fishing, meaning we going out there, you know, the bait represent the scriptures, man. Praying and hoping that we can pull the elect in, that we part of the elect, and that we can pull the rest of the men of the elect in by the scriptures, man. That which is the bait, man, the fish, the other fishes, man, the fish which consider the fish. You know, so we baiting them to come in, man. Praying they get hooked, to be part of the good fish, man. You know, not the bad fish, man, but the good fish. But then the time gonna come, the Lord said he gonna turn his men from fishermen to hunters, man. Meaning that he gonna raise the man up, the elect, to be hunters, to execute his judgment, man. That's right. The Lord said they're gonna go into basically the churches, basically anywhere that the 2/3 at, man. And majority of these people they're gonna be destroyed, man, when the Lord raises men up, man. Cause that's another thing that we believe too, man, which we really do believe. Because the scriptures say that he's going to raise this man up and he's going to do everything by his men. And he said that he was going to give this man spiritual power, man, that's soon to come, man. Because just like Esau getting up for a war, man, to fight against us, to fight against these other nations, these nations fighting against Esau, and they trying to come with these so-called space force, these space military to fight against the Lord. The Lord also mentioning his army, man, about to raise up his men and send his son Yahushua and his the angels back to fight too. Because the scriptures say that in Revelation, Yahushua and his angels gonna fight against Satan and his angels. Satan and his angels represent Esau military and the rest of these heathen nations that's gonna fight against Yahushua and the angels and the elect of the nation of Israel, man. So I'm gonna give another scripture. This on Jeremiah 11, verse 14. Therefore, pray not thou for these people, neither lift up a cry or prayer for them, for I will not hear them in the time that they cry unto me for their trouble. So the Lord tell us not to pray for the 2/3, man. It don't make no sense to pray for the world or these 2/3 niggas that reject the word of the Lord.
They don't even want it.
And they don't want it. Because ultimately, man, the Lord reject them, man. The Lord said, if our gospel be here, this is here to them that are lost, man. So that's why the Lord chose their delusion, man. So you wasting your breath and your time and your effort if you out there talking about praying for the 2/3, man. When the Lord already got it written that 2/3 of our people are going to die, man. The best thing that you can do is pray for yourself, the brotherhood, and praying that you part of the elect, man. Just like you supposed to be praying that the brothers that you with is part of the elect, man. Because all of us fighting for the same thing, man. And we don't want to get caught up as these niggas out here, man.
Ecclesiastes 4:28.
Well, you go ahead and get that.
This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 4, verse 8. And, we basically going back into endurance and, just striving. This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 4, verse 28. Strive for the truth unto death, and the Lord shall fight for thee.
So that's what we doing, man. We thriving for the truth unto death, man. If we have to die in the truth, man, the Lord, you got to show the Lord that you gave your all, man. The Lord also say that if when you die, He gonna give you the crown of life, man. Represent He gonna give you that kingdom, man. Because we praying that we part of the elect, man, but it ain't a guarantee that we gonna get on the chair. Some men will have to die in the truth, man. Faced with the guillotine, faced with the firing squad, or any way that the Lord have that He gonna have His man executed. But you gotta look at the time past. The prophets was being put to death. So the time comes, the Lord gonna have some of His men that are gonna be martyrs, man. That written in Revelation the 11th chapter. You get that for me real quick? Revelation
11, verse 8.
I think in Revelation when they say that what that scripture you see where our Lord was crucified, He had drink of the bloods of the saints. Yeah, that is.
Revelation 11.
the scripture. I forgot, but basically, Salaki, it's a scripture that's saying basically they're gonna be martyrs like for Yahweh Shah. They're gonna be brothers that gonna have to, that's gonna die in this truth. But if you keep your faith and your integrity unto death, man, the Lord gonna raise you up, man. Because the Lord said those that die in Yahweh Shah are gonna be the first ones that's gonna be on the chariot when he come back, man. Gathering the rest of the elect. Well, all through all that, man, you got to endure, man. Even if you got to endure until death, man.
Revelation 16 and 6, or 17 and 6.
Say it right there, I think.
Okay. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 16, verse 6. For they have shed the blood of the saints and prophets, and thou hast given them blood to drink, for they are worthy.
Basically, they're going to. That's a good scripture too. But they're talking about how they shed the blood mean our people. Now they done shed the prophets too. Shed the blood of the prophets too. I mean, our people. Esau trying to shed the bloods of the prophets. We're praying that we don't profit. So the Lord said he gonna shed their blood, man, for what they done to the prophets back in their past life, and also what they doing now. Cause they ain't killing the prophets physically, to that point. They ain't got to that point. But they is killing the prophets spiritually, man, by coming against the word of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah. But the time gonna come when the Lord ain't gonna have his prophets, cause the Lord get touched no more. Cause the Lord said, "Touch not my anointed." So time gonna come when they come in, roll up on the men of the Lord, man. The Lord gonna raise that stand up, man, and put these people to flight, man.
Okay, I think I found the scripture. Revelation, this is a precept. Revelation chapter 17, verse 6. And I saw the woman drunken with the blood of the saints and with the blood of the martyrs of Yahweh Shai. And when I saw her, I wondered with great admiration.
Okay, they're talking about America. What verse you in again? 17 what?
Verse 6.
Yeah, that it right there. And the final for it was named, yeah. So Mystery Babylon, that was blood of the saints with the blood of the martyrs of Yahweh Shah. Mystery Babylon, talking about America, man. So that proved right there that men of the Lord going to die for the truth, man. He saw the martyrs of Yahweh Shah dying, man. Why could they reject the so-called New World Order, man? Rejecting that mark of the beast, man. Cause they're gonna be mandated that they're gonna force the chip on the world, man, amongst all the people. And those that reject the chip, man, gonna get put in the FEMA camps and gonna be beheaded, man. Cause they ordering a lot of these guillotines, different, torture tactics that, that Lord and men of the Lord will probably have to face, man. But we praying that the Lord raise us up and give us that power and deliver us. Also, again, man, we pray to the Lord if we do get in a situation like that, he give us the faith to endure that, man. If we do have to die, man. Because we already knew in the spirit, in the power of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah through the scriptures, we're going to come back anyway, man, because we done died plenty of times, man. And every time when we came upon this earth. And on top of that, man, this ain't no life over here for us anyway, man. We already in a dead state, man.
I got another precept as well to back that up. This is Revelation chapter 6, verse 9. And when he had opened the fifth seal, I saw under the altar the souls of them that were slain for the word of the Most High and for the testimony which they held.
The slain for the word, man, meaning the truth, man, and the testimony. I mean, speaking of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah, man, the truth. Because you can see them, you don't see no people out here getting slaughtered or getting killed for Cesare Borgia, who they call Jesus, man. Cause ain't no power in that image or in that name, man. These devils know about the true history of Israel, and that the Lord is a so-called dark-skinned man. He's from the tribe of Judah. That the Israelites are the Negro, Latino, Native American. Yeah, they didn't know that the name of the Lord is Yahweh and his son named Yahweh Shah. Because they didn't know, they wouldn't be putting them in these movies and these subliminal messages and all that, man. So once they know that when the truth getting out there, man, now all of a sudden, they're gonna try to make a move on the men of the Lord, and they're gonna come to the point that they're gonna put some of the men of the Lord to death. Ultimately, the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahshua gonna raise that same man up. If you keep that faith until the end, man. Going back into endurance, man. We get one more scripture, I'll close it out. So all that we talked about on this video, man, basically, man, talking about how wicked Esau is, and how he about to fall, and how 2/3 of our people, they're going to fall right along with him. But as men of the Lord, man, we got to have that strength to endure all that, man. We know Esau. We already know the destruction of Esau, man. He going to be out the picture, man. Next thing for Esau is to be destroyed and put into slavery, man. And for the 2/3, you already know they're going to be put to death. Ultimately, they're going to be delivered in the kingdom. As men of the Lord, the ones that in the truth, man, we supposed to have the mindset of being part of the first fruit, man, to get on the first round, man, and make it, man. So we really ain't concerned about them. That's why we do these videos for elect and trying to, exhortation. Exhortation, I mean, how you say it?
Exalt.
Basically, uplift the brothers, man. They're in the faith, man. Because we already, for the times that we coming in, man, is beautiful times when you realize what Yahweh Shem Yahshua got for the nation of Israel, man. Right. Praying that you part of the elect, because when the Lord raises us up, man, the Lord ain't gonna put us back down no more, man. It's gonna be it, man. And we gonna rule forever, man. So the time that we in now, man, brothers out there, that might be catching hell, and they might think this word a burden, or you feel like it's too heavy, man. It's time for you to pray, man. You shouldn't be in that mindset, because we close to salvation, man. More and more we get closer and see these prophecies, man. You're supposed to be in the mindset that you're having that confident faith that we endure and be on fire, man. For the next step is for the Lord to redeem us, man. And rulership. After all this hell break loose, and Yahweh Shem Yahshua come back and deliver us, man. Because after that, man, this little bit of moment we here in America ain't gonna be nothing compared to what Yahweh Shem Yahshua gonna have for us forever, man. The kingdom, y'all brothers that need to know, man, y'all supposed to know about the kingdom, what the Lord got in store for us. Main thing is righteousness. You supposed to know what the Lord gonna give us, man, in the next rulership, man.
And have confidence, man. You gotta have confidence, even though we in this flesh and you gonna feel weak at some point, and you gonna feel like, damn, Satan whipping your ass to the fullest. Man, we got the names, man. Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, man. Them names work, man. Then you gotta have confidence and faith in that name, because the Lord knows what time it is. He put you through that to see what you gonna do, to see if you really gonna get weak, or just basically I don't know if I want to do this type, or maybe I should ease up type, or man, you need you should feel to go harder when you go through shit like that, man. Real talk, you gotta go harder, cause with that you proving to the Lord that you really have confidence in Him, you have faith in Him, that you love Him. He's going to return the favor, man. He's going to. Just do your part.
And you gotta look at it, man, like all that the Lord did what He did, back in the ancient days when how He delivered, Moses and David, how He dealt with Solomon, how He dealt with, the 12, Yahweh Shai, and the men of the Lord, man. The Lord always been there to witness them, man. And you gotta realize that you gotta have that faith that we from that same bloodline, that those our forefathers, man. And we had that faith, man. Now He delivered Abraham. That the same power which is our power today. Still, He ain't never went nowhere, man. A lot of our people in the majority of the world think the Lord don't exist, or think He don't see what's going on. Not knowing that the Lord don't take no naps, man. The Lord don't sleep, man. The Lord always, He could consume His spirit, man. He always unaware, man. The Lord control everything, man. You just gotta have that faith that He deliver you, man. Because that was surely about to come in salvation. You gotta realize that the Lord been waiting for this moment right here for ages, compared to us, ages and years. But it been a quick little moment with Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah. But it might be long suffering to us, but Lord doing that, man, to really show us the effect of how to do good and how to and what not to do, man.
Yeah,
At the time we already been in the time that we doing wickedness and we learning from it. Now it's time for us to learn to do good, man, and be righteous, man. I'm gonna get you got something. Go ahead.
I had the book of Matthew, chapter 10, verse 22. And ye shall be hated of all men for my name's sake, but he that endureth to the end shall be saved.
Lord said, we might be hated. But we got, we clearly see that because we have, what I count, Gms Charlotte. We always got a scoffer come up or some scoffers come up. We talking about the name of the Lord. They don't want to believe in that name, call us the black KKK and calling us, child molesters or pedophiles and stuff, or all type of names, things that we ain't, man. But the Lord know that they're gonna take place. Cause now, why? Cause they ain't really hating us, man. They hating Yahweh Shem Yahushua. They hating the message, man. And they hate the name and the message that come with the name, man. Not knowing that they ultimately fighting against the Creator, man. The Lord gonna destroy them for that, man. So get it one more scripture, get that Revelation on. I'm gonna get something else. I'm gonna finish it up with that Hebrews 11.
You want me to get Revelation 3 and 10?
Yeah.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 3, verse 10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation.
Yeah, kind of meaning keeping the hour of keeping the patience on the Lord, meaning keeping His word, man, keeping His truth. And then the hour of temptation represent that the time of Jacob trouble and the RFID chip, man, keeping us from that, man, the mark of the beast, keeping us from the martial law, keeping us from these 2/3 that gonna be, out here, trying to survive and doing all type of wickedness and killing each other, man, keeping us from our enemies, man. But mainly the RFID chip, man. That we praying that the Lord deliver us from, and that we patiently waiting and doing the work and having the faith with Yahweh Shem Yahushua.
Continuing on. So, I'm going to start at the top. This is Revelation chapter 3, verse 10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also, Salakia, will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth.
Talking about the mark of the beast, man, the RFID chip, man. I think one more scripture. I think Revelation 1 said those that keep my works to the end.
The same should be saved. Is it Revelation? You said they keep thy works?
Yeah. Revelation 2 and 26. I'll read it.
Okay.
Revelation 2 and 26. And he that overcometh and keep my works unto the end, meaning, doing this work, having the faith of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, going out there on the highways and byways, putting up the videos, bringing brotherly love, charity, basically, man, doing what the Lord requires you to do, man, in the spirit, and in the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. He that overcome and keep my works unto the end, to him will I give power over the nation. It means to the end, meaning to the Lord, deliver us. Like I said, till we have, unless we might have to die, man, be a martyr, man. We got to keep it to the end, man. And the Lord said, I will give power. In him will I give power over the nation. I mean, He gonna make us rulers, man, over the nation, these heathen nations. And He shall rule them with a rod of iron, as the vessels of potter shall they be breaking to shivers, even as I received of my Father. And I will give him the morning star. He that have an ear, let him hear what the Spirit of the churches say unto the church. So basically, the Lord tells us we keep enduring to the end, man. He gonna make us rulers, man. He gonna make us part of the elect, and ultimately make us part of His kingdom, man. Because the Lord said the elect is joint. The nation of Israel, starting with the elect, is joint heirs with Him, man. When they're gonna time to come, when Yahushua raise up His kingdom, man. So we gotta just keep fighting, man. I'm gonna get this get that last script on Hebrews 11 and verse 1.
This is the book of Hebrews, chapter 11, verse 1. Now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. And, you know, it's strongly say evidence, man. Evidence means proof, really. Basically, it exists, man. It's true. And it say of things not seen, man. Just basically like heavenly things, basically. Like, just things that most people, that you know, most people don't have faith. Because most of the people that I got to see it to believe it. Well, hey, we don't see the wind, but we know the damn wind there. Like, see, people so simple, man. They going to die in their ignorance, man. Just man, simple shit.
And the Lord say, evidence for things that, what they say, seen. Evidence of things that not seen. See, we got the spirit and understanding and enough faith that to know that the scriptures are real. Know that Yahweh Shem Yahushua do exist with the angels, the heavenly realm. Might not seen it, but the evidence, we got so much faith that we know the evidence that is proof that it's real, man. And that what type of faith you're supposed to have to know that it's real and it do exist. We might not see the spiritual power, but we got the evidence that it's real, man. And we we know that the Lord is about to come back and bring salvation to the nation of Israel, man. And He's gonna raise us up, man.
And really, man, the evidence that's really seen is the scriptures. Cause the Lord put the evidence in the scriptures. Really, the spiritual, you gotta have that spiritual understanding, and like reasoning.
The evidence in the scripture. I'm glad you say that, because that's a vital point there. Because the evidence in the scripture, and also even though these scriptures be made up of words, but you look into it, man, the evidence proving that they exist throughout the history. Now the prophecies coming, man, proving that this word exists, and there is a higher power, man, that's about to show His wrath and also show His salvation, and will basically bring His word to pass, man. So brothers out there, keep praying and keep fighting, praying that the lesson will edify, till the next time, maybe we're gonna start, give all praises to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahushua, by Hashem, Wakar, Quadash, and double honor to the apostles and elders, a great millstone that rule well, teaching the truth and doctrine of Yahweh by Hashem, Yahushua, in the ministry. Shalom to the Akim, the fellow laborers that's on the highways and byways, doing the work of the Lord. Shalom.
Shalom.